The upcoming segment discuss content that is of adult nature. The views and opinions expressed are not that of the SABC and are that of participating contributors and listeners, and do not reflect that of the official policy or position of Metro FM.
We are ready. We know you are ready. Let's find out how Anonymous is doing. Welcome to Ask a Man, 25 after 10. Good morning, Anonymous.
Good morning, Metro FM.
How are you? How are you, Mama?
I'm okay.
Thank you for greeting the listeners. Really, really appreciate that as well. Anonymous, I'm going to read you the house rules. Once we're done there, we will hear you out as a nation. Respect is the foundation of our conversation. Maintain respectful language. Refrain from any swearing or use of profanities. Our responsibility is to protect your identity, and your responsibility, Anonymous, is to extend the same courtesy to protect the identity of the people or the person you'll be speaking about. Anonymous, do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
All right. We are listening, Anonymous.
Okay, my story goes like this. I was married. Okay, I'm 38 years old. My partner is 43. I was married. He was also married. From my marriage, I come with one child. From his marriage, he's coming with 3 kids. Now, the challenge that I have with my current partner is that he doesn't want me to talk to my ex-husband. Currently, I'm only staying with my child. And the communication that me and my ex-husband we are doing is concerning the child. When he wants to pick up the child and when he wants to talk to the child. With that, my baby is only 5 years old. And what his father decided was, instead of me talking to my child over your phone, I'm going to buy her own phone. So which means whenever he wants to talk to the child, he calls the baby. And then if he cannot get hold of the child, he will send me the message or he'll just give me a call to say, I cannot get hold of the child. Can you please give her his phone? Which is fine. Now, this is where the problem is. My partner doesn't want my ex-husband to call me or to have any communication with me because he feels like he's being disrespected. And I was like, how are you being disrespected? Because me and this person, we only talk if he's coming to fetch the child. And if it means he's going to spend 3 months without coming to fetch the child, it means I'm not going to speak to him in that 3 months. Or, unless if he's going to say, like I said, unless if he wants the child and he cannot get hold of her on her phone, he will send me a message to say, switch on the phone of the child or check the phone. I'm trying to call her. She's not picking up. So, in a nutshell, I can just say I hardly talk to him. But with him, he doesn't. It's like I say, because we are not staying in the same place. It's like when I'm alone, I'm speaking to my ex-husband, which is something that is not happening. Story back, we've been together for 3 years. Last year, it happens that last year I lost my brother. Then my ex-husband called and said condolences. That also was not sitting well with him. He was like, why is he calling you to say condolences? And I was like, I moved on. We don't have crushes. Me and him, we are civil. We are just raising a child. He knows the relationship that I had with my brother. That is why he was calling to say condolences. Didn't sit well with him. And then he got angry, but we sorted it out. But it wasn't to that extent, because I tried to explain to say, I moved on. I moved on with you. And I've been showing you that I am here with you. And even if when I'm with you, he doesn't call, to show that me and this person, we do not communicate. He doesn't call, he doesn't text. But the day he's going to text, or the day he's going to hear me saying he calls and he wants the baby, it doesn't sit well with him. It's like, I'm feeling disrespected. This man is not allowed to call you. And I'm like, how am I going to raise this child? How are we supposed to raise this child? Because currently it's not about me, it's not about him. It's about the little soul that we brought here. And he knows where he's staying. He doesn't even know where I'm staying. That's how it is. When he wants the child, he knows he picks up the child at school, he drops the child at school, that's where he fetch the child.
Anonymous,
that is that.
Hold on,
yes.
ma'am. There's a big chunk of the story missing, and I need you to explain it to us after the headlines. And what I need explained is, I mean, you married your husband, right?
Yes.
But then, even when you married your husband, your ex was there. Now, from when you met your husband, you need to tell us your interaction with your ex. Like from when you were dating this husband of yours now, how that interaction was. You went, your husband went, lobolad you, where your ex was still there, your child was still there. You need to tell us that interaction before you actually chose to marry this person that you married with now, and where this sudden insecurity comes from, because we've missed that part, okay? So we'll do that after the headlines. Just breathe in, breathe out, and we'll be back just now.
Okay.
31 minutes after 10 o'clock, we've got Anonymous on the line. The Naked DJ is in studio. Recap time. Anonymous and her partner have been together for about 3 years. They were both married to other people before they started their relationship. She has 1 child from her marriage, previous marriage, and he has 3. Her partner has a problem with the fact that she speaks to her ex-husband and father of her child because he fears that she still has a romantic relationship with him. She explained to him that they only speak about their daughter. That's all. Anonymous, we're on the same page.
Yes.
Naked asked you a question. Anonymous, are you prepared to answer that question?
Yes, I am.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Naked. Currently, I'm not married to my current partner. I was married before. He was also married before.
Yes.
Then we are both divorcees.
Mm-hmm.
From our marriages, we are both coming out with kids.
Yes. Now we got that. Okay.
Yes.
Now
I'm current.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
With me, I'm able to talk to my ex-husband towards the needs of the child.
Yes.
With him, they are not talking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he feel like me talking to my ex-husband is a disrespect.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Do you live with your current partner, right?
No. We are both living. I'm staying in my place. He's also staying in his place.
For the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You see, I was lost at some point, but I think things are a little bit clearer now.
Yes.
Okay. Now, just because he doesn't speak to his ex or they don't have a great relationship, now he expects you to act the same towards the father of your kids.
Yes.
And then there's the accusations, etc.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the sad thing, it will be like when I text him to say, he'll ask me when was the last time you spoke to the person. Yeah. And I'm like, recently when he came asking for the child. Because obviously the child is still young. She's only 5. So when he wants the child, I need to prepare for this child. And then he'll come up with the stories to say, what else were you guys talking about? And like, nothing. There's nothing to talk about. Because he will just call me and say, give the child a phone. Then they communicate. And then after communicating with the child, over the child's phone, then my ex-husband will say to the child, can you please give your mother a phone? Then that's when he will tell him, okay, we agreed on this day I'm coming to fetch you. Can you please prepare the clothes for you? Okay. Then after doing that, I'll be the one telling my partner to say, on this particular day, they're asking for a child. Because I want him to understand, to know that there's nothing going on between me and my ex. It's only us and the child. It ends there. Then recently he started saying, what else are you guys talking about? And I'm like, we're not talking about anything. That person, he's straightforward. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the child. Then we dropped the call. And I told him that I don't call him. I'm the one who's the primary caregiver. So obviously, because I'm the one with the child, he's the one who's calling me. The only time I'm going to call him is when the child is sick, to let him know. But in most cases, he's the one that is talking to the child over the phone, and I'm fine with that.
Anonymous, you know, on Ask a Man, we work with data, no? And statistics. And over the last 12 years, we've found in our data box and statistics, when people treat you like how your current partner is treating you, it's because they are projecting. So it's because he is doing this with his ex. Now, these are just the stats and data from the last 12 years of Ask a Man. That all these things he's accusing you of are things that he is probably doing. And then now, Anonymous, it sounds like your man, you are living in a prison, Jeez, it's a prison. You guys don't even live under the same roof.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even live under the same roof. But imagine, this guy is so toxic that when he is around you, when he is in your presence, you can't even breathe because you've got to answer. Imagine somebody asking you, oh, so he came to fetch the kid. What else did you guys talk about? What nonsense is that, Anonymous? Kanti nina abantu enjola nabo nibakhetha kanjani? Did you choose him or bakhethele?
I chose him.
You chose out of all the men in the world. When this is the
The thing
Anonymous,
is,
this is the one you chose. Like, no. This is the one that you chose, and this is the one you continue to be with.
The thing is, you know, when you are in love, I don't know, like,
No,
the thing is, when I'm with him, we you know that thing of saying, he's not abusive or what? I don't know. He's just insecure with this one person. And I was telling him that the problem is we are fighting over somebody that...
Hey. This love thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, Kuto.
Yes, sir.
I've heard so much about this guy in the last 5 minutes. There's nothing I love about him. There's actually nothing I like about this boyfriend of yours. Because I don't like abusive people. But then you are saying, I'm in love with him. So, Kuto, I'm asking Anonymous here. What am I missing here, Anonymous? What do you think is wrong with you? That even when this guy is so abusive to you, uyamthanda, is it because you think, how many kids did you say you have from your previous? Just one.
No, I'm going to have one.
Yeah, like, is it because you like, oh, you know, which man is going to love me with one child? Hey, I've got a 5-year-old. I've got a low self-esteem, so any man that just comes angshele, I'm going to love him because others don't want women that have children. Like, is that your outlook on life?
No.
Okay. So clarify. What is it about him that is so lovable? Because I don't know, Kuto, when I have you picked up something that you like, yo, Robina Shona, I'm gonna marry this guy. Yeah. Just please, like, tell me. Guys, I'm Anonymous. Kuto.
Yeah.
Please tell me, what am I missing?
Anonymous, you can go first.
Like,
take your time.
Like, the thing is, with him, besides the insecurities that he has towards my ex-husband, which I don't know where they are coming from, because I kept on telling him that I feel like we should go for counseling. There's something wrong. Maybe in the past you dated people with kids that end up going back to their exes. But I'm not like that. I've been here. I've shown you. And you also tell me that you are showing me that you are here to stay, you are here to build with me. But the problem is this person.
Okay, hold on. Let's hold it there. Anonymous, I also want to correct you. You are looking at it like he has a problem with your ex-husband, but you are missing the bigger picture here. Your current partner thinks you are a HO. You see, when you start to look at life in a different perspective, it's not about he thinks you are loose. He thinks, he's kebe. He thinks you will, if you are talking with someone, you are sleeping with them. So nothing to do with his insecurities have nothing to do with your ex-husband. It's you. That's what he is communicating. I don't know if there's a better way for, like, he thinks of you as a promiscuous person. Umuntu loose. Inja yestrad.
Naked. Easy.
No, but guys, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm not hearing this thing, Yoguti. No, it's about my man. What does he know about your ex? Nothing. Just Yoguti, he's your ex-husband and you guys share a kid, which he knew about, which you were honest with, and which you said, I need to communicate with this guy for our co-parenting. Anonymous, don't give him the benefit of the doubt. It's not about him. Ujola noban, ujola nawe noma ne-ex-husband yakho.
With me.
Yes. So he's saying you're a HO.
Anonymous, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why did you get divorced in the first place?
Our marriage, it wasn't, we both saw that it's no longer working. I think down the line we lost it and the spark was born, and then my ex-husband was like, I want out. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Lena, looking at this, I also want out. Because the sad thing is I started trending on Facebook because of him.
What do you
because
mean?
of what he was doing.
Yeah, cool. So let's not ask. We don't know how.
Naked.
Because if it's a trend, then maybe people will know who she is.
You know why I'm asking?
Yeah.
Not necessarily why, because it might allude to back to what you said, that she's an HO. Is it because of that?
No. With him, he doesn't know that. It was because of him. He was trending more on the Facebook, and I ended up being trending because it was a mess. It was a mess of what he was doing, because we were staying. Me and my ex-husband, we were staying in different provinces.
Oh, was he promiscuous?
What did he do?
Like bigger?
He was all over the place. He was all over the place because there were a lot of things that came out that immediately after our wedding, this is what happened. Somebody came. So there's a lot.
And then how did it spill over on you? Like, then what were people saying about you after that?
Another thing, it was like they don't understand why did we get married. But besides them saying that, and besides him deciding to become the man that he decided to become, for me, it was not working, because there's a lot of incidents that happened that made me realize that this person doesn't love me.
Yeah.
The last straw, it was like when our child was 8 months, I was hijacked, and they almost drove away with our child. So on that particular day, luckily the people that hijacked me, they were messy enough to abandon the car. I was expecting though they bumped the car in front with the child at the back. I was expecting my ex-husband by then to knock off at work to come and be with me. But he decided to come back, not be even with me, come after work, just to give me the car and go back to work. Then I have to run around alone. That's when I realized he has been telling me that he wants a divorce. Really, this person hates me. So I just need to leave him alone.
I see.
Yeah, so as you said, Uguti, I mean, he's the one that dumped you. So that obviously hurt you somehow. It's a little bit traumatic. How does he not want me? How does he not even care about me after I've been hijacked? So then the first man, Nji, to come and show you a little bit of attention, he becomes your knight in shining armor. And then this knight in shining armor was actually what do they call a Trojan horse?
Ooh.
You know that story of the Trojan horse?
No.
I was on Google le weekend. Because he came as this knight in shining armor that saved you, that loved you when you felt neglected. And meanwhile, at the ranch, you were missing out on certain red flags because you needed to do a little bit of healing before you started dating him. You missed out on a couple of red flags, which is why I asked Uguti. He knew you had to communicate with somebody for your child, but then where does this stem from? Where does the insecurity stem from, etc.? Now you missed those red flags when you probably started dating this guy because of your previous relationship and how you felt as a person, as a woman, being alone. Therefore, the person that just gives you a little bit of attention, it's like, oh, this guy is so good, this guy is so whatever. Ganti. You're letting a snake into the house. And you guys don't even live together. Mina, for me, Anonymous, it's been a wasted 3 years. Like, you're going to live the rest of your life trying to prove to this person. Okay.
Can I stop you there,
Okay,
Naked?
cool.
All right, we'll come back. Anonymous, don't drop the line. Let me just pay the bills. We're coming back.
Drivers.
46 minutes after 10 o'clock. Anonymous, you still there, my love?
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much. Naked, sorry, we stopped you there mid-sentence.
Yeah. I even forgot what I was saying. But we are moving forward. Now, Anonymous, we're fast running out of time.
Okay.
So we spoke about people that project, right?
Yes.
Do you feel that your current partner is cheating?
No.
How do you know? You don't live together.
I know we don't live together, but he's not a cheater.
He doesn't. Nobody's gonna sleep with him except for you. Like Agana Mali, you chose the worst guy. Like, what is it? Like, no women will ever look at him. Why? Because he's got 3 kids.
No, it's not that. I just feel like he has those insecurities that I don't know where they're coming from, and I don't know how to access them.
The question is he cheating when he's telling him insecurities towards you? Is he capable of cheating?
Anyone is.
And you know,
know.
there's that saying, yes, Zulu, you konje mina angisina Zulu, but it's
say
like
it in Swati.
lana manzi, my Swati is worse. Lana manzi ake wamakhona azophinda ame futhi. Now, do you think he's having sex with his ex-wife?
No.
I like that. Okay, so what's his solution?
Yeah, then what's his problem?
Yes, but also solution. What must happen?
He doesn't have a solution.
Oh.
I'm like, I also don't have a solution because I'm being open.
Okay.
My solution for me, being open to you to show you that he's nothing and there will never be anything.
Anonymous.
That chapter is closed.
You are his problem. Because remember, he doesn't have any other problem. He's not sleeping with his ex-wife. He's the mother of his 3 kids. He's not cheating. He's, everything of this man is proper. But he only has one problem. And Kutso, do you know who that problem is? Who? It's Anonymous. Anonymous, are you cheating? Yes or no?
No.
Are you having sex with your ex-husband?
No.
Do you want to have sex with your ex-husband?
Never.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Just gancane nje.
Nah, nothing. That one, even you can be your last one remaining.
I believe you.
So, Anonymous, who is the problem here?
My partner.
And the thing is, you even taking ownership of it, and you say, "My partner, Ubaba Sekai." Anonymous is he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about your well-being. He doesn't care when even when he leaves your home, he leaves you in a good space where you can be a good mother. Agakuthandi sis. To him, you are just a cheating little tramp. Which is why he always accuses you of that. So live your life, sis. Ibau Rihanna.
Okay.
Just live your life, because you cannot live your life trying to prove that you are not a cheater. You cannot live your life trying to prove that you don't want to sleep with your ex-husband. You have a 5-year-old daughter. For the next 15 years, you'll have to be, your child will be under your supervision. So you will have to talk to your ex-husband. Now you are not going to live the next 15, 16 years trying to prove to this guy your worth and who you are. Okay?
Yeah.
Just heal from your previous relationship, move on. You need to, it's the weekend, sing, live your life. Yeah, 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 yeah.
quick one for Anonymous. Anonymous, I think that song was speaking to you, my love. This is your life. Listen, you are what you allow other people to treat you. More than anything, there's a child involved here. And I can tell you for free, this child with time, depending how long you want to be with this man, because I heard you said you love this man, but I tell you for free, my love, this is danger, okay? This person, I tell you for free because I've been there, okay? He might end up killing you. I'm telling you now, okay? Because it happened to me, and because sometimes we don't listen to our inner voice, or whatever that you call it, I call it Holy Spirit, we then get into danger. To fast forward the story, my story ended up, well, I heard one day in my spirit, it said, he's going to kill you. It was a very nice, handsome, you know, all everything, boxes ticked, except for one dangerous box, which at the end, my conscience was telling me he's going to kill you. He's a very nice person. But because of 1, 2, 3, like what this other guy is doing to Anonymous, he's going to kill you. Tell you what, today he's dead, I'm alive. So Anonymous, take your life very serious. I feel for your child. Your child, with time, this thing is going to affect him, and he's a boy, remember. He loves his father. Yeah, now as a man, your current boyfriend, how would he feel if the same thing was done to him? There will always be a triangle here. He needs to man up, pull up his pants and change. But unfortunately, you can't change this man. Only God can change this man. But hey, like I said, the ball is in your court, but be very, very careful. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, Anonymous. Spoken loudly, everyone heard, including the back of the classroom. Masheleng out in the Val. Good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thanks to yourself, sir.
I'm good. I had a similar problem. My ex, it's a little bit twisted around, but my ex was the one who didn't want to let go because she had my pictures on her phone. She would show the current boyfriend, this is the man that I dated, look at you. So guys would feel insecure because so yeah, guys would start to feel insecure. Now you're talking to your baby daddy and all of that. So yeah, that's my story.
Sure, thank you so much for your call. We appreciate that. Let's head on over to Jackson out in Pretoria. Jackson, good morning. Lost Jackson there. That's fine. Let's take a listen to your voice notes.
Good morning, Askaman.
Morning.
Hi, Naked. You're speaking to Sheila from Rustenburg in Mokwase. My advice is that, my sister, you deserve better. You deserve a good partner to your life. That guy is toxic. That guy is toxic. Your partner is very toxic. You need to just enjoy your relationship after you come up from the divorce. You need to get a guy who's going to care about your feelings and care about your child. So no, this one is a red flag. You already know that it's a red flag. As Naked said, live your life, my sister. Thank you.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Yeah, it seems like Anonymous's husband has already instilled in his head that she's cheating with the husband. So there is no remedy for that because he believes it. And if he believes it, there's no taking that away from him. So the only thing for Anonymous to do is just to leave. Because she can't prove every day they are together that she's not sleeping with the husband or something. It's already in his head, it'll never go away. So either she leaves or she keeps being in court.
Yeah. No, our listeners have said a mouthful and we ended there. I just have a bone to pick with our listeners. You know, they made life very difficult for me last night.
Why?
So as I tried to sleep, then my partner says, how? You made a promise.
What promise?
To Anonymous.
Which was?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to Kaylee. I'm like, which was?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, it's late. And then she says, how? You said you'll dedicate a round to and I was like, ban. And I'm like, Kaylee, how do you know these things?
That's true.
The Metro listeners have been DMing me the whole day. So are you a man of your word?
Yes.
Or not?
Yes.
Did
you deliver? Will we deliver?
Happy Friday, guys.
Funny round.